the text. Okay. Der Wunder, was geht heraus von dem Farbesmaschines, ist so groß, als Moshe vergisst den Ganzen, als ist Gora Ingala.
Noch, ist noch.
Er ist noch ein Ingala.
Ja.
Und dazu noch ein nicht gebetener Gast. So the wonder that emerges from the painter's machinery is so great that Moshe forgets altogether that he is still a little boy. And in addition, an uninvited guest. Worum steht zu Hennechen und klebt sich zu ihm mit seiner kindisch umgelumperte Scheiles. So he joins Henoch, and he introduces to him his childish, awkward questions. Zet, was ist das? Oi, wie wird es do? So look, what's going on? What's happening over here? Im Gegensatz zu seinen 9. Schochen, zum bereddigen und singendigen Stoller, hat Henoch der Farber nicht lieb zu reden. So in contrast to his neighbor, his close neighbor, to the talkative and singing
Carpenter.
Henoch, the painter, didn't like to speak. Ist schweigendig und sumne und verstäubt, wie sein verlattete Stück Churba, wo wohnt. So he's taciturn and gloomy in the dusty, patched up bit of ruin in which he lives. Wasserdick und mutne seine Augen. His eyes are dull and watery. Skrippendick wie nicht gebäumelter Wallig von seiner Maschines ist sein Call. His voice is as squeaky as an unoiled roller in one of his machines. Karg is sein Loschen. His speech is sparse. Upon him, die halb verlattete Fenster von seiner beschönigten Wohnung haben ihm so ungestreut in Lauf von zähnlicher Jahren, als Sof ist schweigendig und marscheuerdig geworden. So apparently, his half-patched up window of his strange dwelling place have tuned him during the course of decades and eventually he is as
Testing, can you hear?
on.
Yes.
And and eventually he was as quiet and depressed. He's become quiet and depressed. Die Connection auf sein verältesten Ponym haben sich punktasoi zerschlängelt, wie die alte Spalten in die Kurvenwinkeln und iberen Soffit. The wrinkles in on his aging face were exactly the same as the twisted as the old cracks in the ruins corners and over the ceiling. Der Mäuel onzijn is verdeckt mit zerwachsenen Wunzes, ohne bestimmte Farbe. So his mouth, and without any teeth, and with overgrown whiskers of no particular color, wie der Moch was wächst auf die verstopfte Rinnes in Eck von der blechener Streche. So his overgrown beard is like the moss which grows in the blocked up gutters and the eaves of the tin Strebe is a thatched roof. The tin and thatched roof. Und sein Magerkeit und Kaltkeit der Monnen euch die verlatterte, gemäuerte Wind. And his thinness and his coldness remind one also of the patched built up brick walls. Und wie nur die Goyim mit die Torbes gehen weg, als setzt sich zurück zu seinem alten Tehillim, welcher liegt allemal an offener auf einem alten Tisch mit ein paar alte Spakulen in der Mitte. And as soon as the Gentiles with their sacks leave, he immediately sits down back on with his old Tehillim book, which always lies open on the old table with a pair of old spectacles lying in the middle of it. Chabt daruf die Spakulen und die Lippen heben gleich an zu schäptchen dorten, wo ist früher stehen geblieben. So he grabs his spectacles and immediately his lips start moving. And as he whispers from the same place that he left off from before. Meishekus jedne Shilas rieren hem niet. Meishekus keen questions don't affect him at all, don't bother him. Hört viele niet. Oder macht sich, als hört nicht. He doesn't even hear them, or he pretends that he doesn't hear them. Gabt sich zum Tehillim und schwacket das so Geschmack, wie das Wort gewinn der Iker von seinem ganzen sumnem Leben. So he starts reading the Tehillim again, and he reads briskly, so nicely, so well, that it would seem that this is the main portion of his whole gloomy life. Die Koltuns, das als...
Oh, die alle andere Sachen. You skipped a line.
Oh, sorry, I skipped a line.
Okay, yeah, right.
Die alle andere Sachen, Parnosse, Goyim, Maschines, Torbes, mit geleiterte Koltunes, das als ist sich a Beisach, ein Nudner Zuspiel zum Iker.
All the other
Sorry.
things.
I just lost the...
Yeah.
Die alle andere Sachen.
Yeah, and all the other things, parnosa, livelihood, the goyim, the machinery, the these sex with the the purified tangled plaits of wool, all of that is a secondary matter. A tedious accompaniment to the main thing, which is the Tehillim. Preppelt in hilchiken alten Moyer. He mumbles in the resounding old building. Sein jeder Schätzchen geht sich da ob mit aber sonder Scharfkeit. Und die kleppige Sumnerkeit verwebt ihm mit seinen Tehillim und Spakulen in ein größten Spinnwebs. He mumbles in each whispering it gives out a separate sharpness, and the contagious gloominess envelops him in his Tehillim and his spectacles as if he were in a huge spider web. Jumjet und jumjet in Netz und klärt da viele nicht zu befreien sich von ihr. So he sort of buzzes around in the spider web net, and he doesn't even think about freeing himself from it. Ruft man ihm zum Essen, geht sich waschen. If they call him to eat lunch, he goes to wash his hands. Abgegessen sitzt weiter beim Tehillim, and once he's finished eating, once again he sits down to the Tehillim. Kommen Goyim, dreht die Rod. If the Gentiles come, he turns the wheel. Nor reden redt nicht, am modner Ried. He doesn't speak, this strange Jew.
Thank you so much.
Anstatt Hennach der Farbe hat Moshe Gesneigerigkeit gestielt Hennachs a Bacherl von a Yod Sen. Instead of Hennach, the painter, Moshe's enthusiasm made Hennach even quieter.
Sorry, Golderly, Moishke's curiosity was
Quieted.
it was quieted or was satisfied by Henoch's son.
Oh,
It's
okay.
the son. Henoch's son is the subject here.
Oh, okay. Hennach's son
Then
of
yeah,
a year 10.
yeah.
Niske hat geheißen. A Lebedicke, a Yatel, is das gewesen. Niska was his name. He was a lively boy. Mit schwarzer herumlaufendicke Augen und mit gar mal a Talent zu knacken mit der Zunge. He had black, lively eyes and talent to snap with his tongue, to crack his tongue, making a sound. Punkt wie die Berg von Tirol und Schweiz haben mit ihrer herausgerufen bei die Bergvölker das berühmte Jodeln. Exactly like the mountains of Tyrol and Switzerland with their that they called
Echoes. The
Echoes.
echoes. Yeah.
yes, echo. Well, yes,
Echoes. Yeah.
Okay.
by the mountains when they yodel. Other just singing mit scharfer Hals tenor, or singing with sharp throat sounds. Punta sei hat Monazugs Churba mit ihr Pustel Steinelnel Hilchigkeit herausgerufen bei Nisken knacken mit der Zunge und zu zuhören klang. Exact or the singing with the sharp throat tenors, exactly like Manazug's Churba with her plain a stony Hilchigkeit.
Loudness.
Okay,
Resounding.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Could you translate that sentence, Yankiv? Punkta sei hat, from Punkta sei hat, meine Sons.
Yeah. Okay, so in exactly the same way, Monazon's ruin, with its empty, stony, resounding sound, called out to Nuska, aroused his talent to click with his tongue and zuzuhören, sich zum and to listen to the echo.
Right, thank you. Hashem dank. Nis git no kunzig a Zierein und a Wolferhaus. Niske gives kunzig
Artfully, isn't it? Artfully.
Artfully, cleverly.
oh clever,
Cleverly,
yes,
art-
kunzig, right. A Zierein, a push in, and then a Wolferhaus. Oh, all he's doing with his tongue, that's what he's saying, the knocking, is that what he does, how he does it to make this, from the tongue between the white teeth, and that's what gives him the sound. When es geht gleich a Schall, and it gives immediately a sound, die mit a kindischen Wechsel ausgeschossen, as if from a children's gun that shoots right out. Die mit a langer Beitsch von a Pastor a Knall gegeben, as if a long Beitsch, a long whip
Whip.
from a pastor, from a shepherd, a Knall, the way they make
Crack.
the sound. Niske hat sein Kunst verwiesen, wenn ist alt gewesen, a Jahr 7. Niske already showed this this art when he was 7 years old. Schon damals hat geprüft, nachmachen dem Wiedercall in Tatens Sumnem Korbe. Es ist gelungen. Even then, when he proved to do it again, the Canuck in his father's depressing Horba
Ruined house.
ruined house, and it continued. When I sinned was ältere wird, and now the older he gets, als starker wächst der Keuch von sein Zung. The older he gets, the stronger the strength of his tongue. Der hilchige Knack, der Grech, a sham von a pistol, his Knack now achieves a sound from a pistol. You have to move it up, Masha. Okay. Die Goyim, welche kommen zu Henichen, kratzen wohl. The Gentiles that come to Henich's with the wool, kennen schein nicht allein und warmen im Unter. The Gentiles who come to Henich's to scratch the wool, they already are aware of and they encourage him. Anuka Niske Hatzike beweis was du kennst. Anu well Niska show us what you can do. When Niska lässt sich nicht beten. Knack. And Niska doesn't ask them to beg. He just knocks away. Es hilch ab zwischen die heuche alte Wand mit a treuerigen Klang, der amolige gewesene Gedule. So the sound, I think it's the sound from between the high old walls with a with a sad sound from der amolige gewesene Gedule, from the once upon a time greatness. Mit der verschwundene Aschiris und die was haben da einmal geweint? With the
Lost,
the past, this,
oh yeah, verschwundene, yes, the past.
disappeared.
Lost.
lost, yeah.
When
Lost
the
wealth.
Monazuns that lived there once upon a time, when Atzinda, and now Atzinda Rablin Million in die Spalten when Hannah,
Mines.
I'm sorry. Grablin Domain, isn't it?
Mines.
Million?
Mais.
Oh, Mize.
Mine.
I didn't know that was a Zion, I'm sorry. And Grablin Domain in die Spalten und Hannah, der Vater hat da and now the mice are gnawing away in the cracks, and Henoch, the painter, hat da the spin has like a gray spin.
Spider.
Oh,
He's
Oh,
a spider.
like a gray spider, geworfen die zehnliche Netzen von seinen Kratzmaschinen. And he geworfen zehnliche, and he just starts the machine's nets, I suppose, of his machines. In die Netzen fallen rein Goyim mit blutige Taubes und mit and the Goyim come, die Netzen fallen rein, and with the net they the Goyim fall in with their heavy bags and with and with their full packs. Und von sie zieht das sein Gehune. And from that from they he
calls his living, his
livelihood, der
Yeah.
Faber, the painter. Der meure schreiere dicke Tate kann aber nicht vertragen das hilfige Knacken von sein Chumischpocherl. But the meure schreiere,
Depressed.
he can't stand he can't stand the sound of the knocking from his from his son. Das herausrufen die Geister von Amalekah Tag. He calls out the Geist,
Spirits.
the
The
spirit of
spirit,
the
yeah.
old days von Father's Schreifer. He pulls out from the old days before the
Fire.
The
epidemic.
fire, the fire.
Oh, the fire.
Fire, fire.
Yes.
That's
Schreit
what-
heran mit sein skrippendicken Kohl, der Kohl von einer nicht gebäumelten Wallach in sein Machine. Niske, arise! And he screams with his scratchy voice, the sound of a knit oil machine, and he screams, "Get out, Niska!" When Moisheke wundert sich, and he wonders, was hennach dem Fabes meures Scheure Decke anschreien wirkt auf Nisken, and Moisheke wonders whether Hennick's the painter, whether his depression, his sadness and screaming is working on Niska, whether he understands the Eufreisen a Tirol in a finsteren Stahl, as if tearing out a door in a dark stall, wo a freilichen Ziegele lit eingespart, where a happy goat lies eingespart inside,
Spread out.
bound.
I
This
don't
is-
understand what Schneer is saying here. That I understand that he's saying that the Moshe wonders what the father's gloominess, how that affects his son.
Yes, because the son is happy.
No, I understand that. Like Oifris, like taking out a door from a
A
dark.
dark stall where a happy goat lies bound.
So it's like the voice is like like the door being removed, where the little happy goat is lying. Is that it?
Yes, he's comparing Niska to a
No,
happy goat.
Yeah, but it's a strange. Okay, I got that part, but just further than that. All right.
Okay,
All right.
Niska's, you have to move it, Marsha. Niska's eigenlijk ze laufen zich met de vrijelijke vijgel. Niska's eyes run around like a happy fire. Ruckt sich heraus mit der Seitel und vorbeigehend geht der Mäuschen a Schusch in Eure rein. And he runs, okay, he moves outside to a side, and going by Maishika, he gives him a whisper in his ear. Come.
Thank you, Goldele. This is a difficult passage. This is a difficult.
No, it
Late, I
wasn't that
think.
difficult, but I'm not as good as Yankov in translating. Okay, I understand, but I can't get it out. Okay,
Okay.
Okay, Nechama.
Moishika läuft ihm noch. Moishika runs after Niska. A hoisk in Javelek. Ottoman bei der Kinder ob a bissel freier.
Fire, yeah.
Freier. when they are outside in Zavalek, the two children breathe a little bit more freely. Herabgeworfen von sich die Sussenkeit von
Sumnigkeit.
I want to look at that. Sumnigkeit von Farbes Haus und von sein Parnasse. They have thrown off the gloominess of the painter's house and his livelihood. Aber die Neugierigkeit peinigt noch Moishekin, but the curiosity, a very important characteristic in this child, but the curiosity still troubles him. Nicht befriedigt von Farbes Schweigen steht erzählt zu sein älteren Chaver. Not befriedigt. What does that mean?
And not satisfied.
Not satisfied by the silence of the painter. He is now standing with his older friend. Zeniska, oi was darfen das die Goyim? What Niska? Why do the Goyim need this? Was darfen sie? Versteht nicht Niska. What do they need? Niska doesn't understand. Ot die Weiße, that white substance. Ach, wohl meinst du? Oh, you mean the wool. Habt sich Niska. Is everybody hearing right? Because with
Yes.
gold, I had trouble
Yes,
with.
I hear you.
Okay.
Yeah, I hear you too.
Okay. Habt sich Niska. Das Kratzen de Wohl. He now understands. They're combing the wool, the Goyim. Men schert das von Schepsin und men kratzt sie das bei uns. They, what's the word? They shear it from the sheep and then they comb it in our place. The machine is hot der amol ausgeschrieben von Ausland. The machines, my father, a long time ago, ordered from outside, from outland, from
Abroad.
foreign
abroad.
country. From where?
Ausland. Abroad.
From abroad, exactly.
Chutz la'aretz.
Yes, where I am now. Von die
Yeah. We all are, yeah.
Well, yes. Von die ausgekratzte Wohl spinnen the Goyim, the Goyes for them. From the combed wool, the women, the female Gentiles make thread. Dennoch, wemmen sie davon alle Sachen is there in der Welt Kleidlach und Leiblach und Manger. Nu, Atzin, weiß schon. So from this, they make, now what is alle Sachen? Many things.
All
things. I think this.
Allen.
This is how I understand. All things.
Yes,
Also-
Allenke Sachen.
all
Everything,
sorts of things.
everything.
Everything.
Yeah,
Everything.
instead of saying alle is alinke.
They make everything. They make Kleidlach
Yeah.
and dresses and shirts and mangelkes.
What is this?
I
Margaret?
just found it.
I thought it's underwear. That's what I wanted to think.
Got you. Now do you
That's what I thought.
sein Beheibenkeit in welche Sachen bestätigt Niska mit einem Knack mit der Zunge. The ease, the proficiency that he has in explaining these worldly things. Niska mit anaya knack mit the, Niska gives another knack with his tongue. So what does that sentence mean? his ability to explain the procedure that goes on in his father's shop inspires Niska to give
No,
another.
but Stedig confirms, to confirm.
confirms,
Niske confirms.
he confirms it by giving a knack.
Yeah.
Doch
uh-huh.
in Davelik leben die Breite Gärtner. Klingt das a Sach schwache wie in Meurel. Here in Davelik, near the big gardens, this sound is a lot weaker than it was in the house. Aber freilicher, but happier. He's outside. Nicht du mehr die Sonnigkeit, der Obklang von amoligen Joren. Not here in the street is of course I look for the root, the secrecy,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That's
uh-huh.
what
the
it is.
secrecy, the echo of the years that have passed. The Knack von Balagolische Bites of freie Schliachen hält sich das on, like a knack from
Correct.
a
Like
Balagoli's
a sound.
off a freie
Freie.
Schliach. Now it has the sound now of the whip of the carriage rider, or the carriage, not the
Master,
carriage one. What is it?
the carriage master.
The carriage master on free Schliachen.
Paths.
Shliach is a country road.
Over free country road. Und
Yeah,
Moshe
over
hat
paths.
unter den neuen Ton und Welt
Nispire.
Nispire. And Moshe grabs the new tone and he becomes very impressed. Niska, machst du das? Niska, how do you make this? How do you make that sound? Und Niska lernt ihn, wie soll zu machen, und lacht dabei. And Niska teaches him how to do this trick. And meanwhile, he is laughing. Weiß, der Hevermann, als kein Jüngel in der Welt kann das ihm nicht noch machen. He knows, this friendly chap, that no boy in the world can follow him, can
Imitate him.
imitate him. Und Moshe lernt sich, und es kommt bei ihm Tage gar nicht heraus. And Moshe learns and learns, but nothing comes out of it. Als men schmust, a Talent liegt in Niskas Single, a bracha von Mabonu Shalom allein. And as we talk, is that how you, and as we say, the talent lies in Niska's tongue, a blessing from God alone. Und von deswegen lustig Moscheken zu morgenen dieselbe Glustinisch noch einmal.
Zu morgens.
Wait. Und zu
Morgen, tomorrow, zu morgens.
noch einmal abzumubeln sich in der Summenkeit von Henachs Kranzania. And now
Kratzania.
Kranzania. I wonder whether that's, well, we'll get to it when we do the translation. And generally now it tempts Moshe in the next day to the same desire again to Tumulvin, to engage himself in the gloominess of Henoch's Chansarnia, his wool, his combing place,
Calming shop, yeah.
combing shop. Azoi di
It
Simcha.
is up to Tummel, up to Teuvelen.
Tivlin.
Yeah, to immerse,
Excuse me?
to immerse.
To immerse himself, exactly. Up zu Teufelim sich, in the sadness of Henoch's combing shop. Azoi di Simcha, the Stolonerias Wartschat, is Henoch's Heus geworden einer von Moishekins Erdlach. Just like Simcha, the carpenter's workshop, just the same as, or similar to the way Simcha's workshop, Henoch's house has become one of Moshe's places. Von wanden zieht sein geistiger Chinua, from where he pulls his essentials. He gets his essential needs filled. Wo treibt sich noch alle Verfolgungen von Kindern und vergesst die Verachtung von der Erwachsenen. So he goes to these places in order to make himself feel better, to comfort himself from the persecution of the children and the scorn of the adults. Die menschliche Arbeit, die menschliche Einfallen, wo seinen verkörpert in so viel kunstliche Walzen, the worldly, or the menschliche, the worldly, the human work, the menschliche, the engagement. which-
Einfallen is ideas.
Yeah.
Idea. You know, the expression is fall mir rein in Kopf. I got an idea. It dawned on me. This an Einfall. Einfall is an idea. It's
which
the
are
human
are
ideas. Yeah.
human ideas. So listen to this, the worldly work, the human ideas, which are contained in a zoiful kunstike Wanslin, which are contained in so many of these crafty or skillful rollers, mit Seinlach, brennen ihm jeder smol arein in nahe Pit Palace. This is an 8-year-old child.
Yes,
The-
yes.
How the giftedness of this child, when he sees all of the human brilliance, shall we say, that has gone into the crafty rollers and the teeth, it brings him each time to a new wonderment.
Thank you, Nechama. Can I read a little?
Please. But I just
Wasn't it-
want to point out that he is such a remarkable child. He is
Well,
so-
listen to me, Nechama. It takes one to know one. They say in America.
but I don't understand what you mean.
It
If
takes
we're-
you say he's so gifted, he's so bright, he's so this. So I say it takes one to know one. You got to be bright to bright enough to notice the brightness of somebody else. You hear me?
I don't understand what you're saying. Are you saying that he's bright enough just to understand the?
No, she's saying that you're bright enough. to
Oh, no,
understand.
that.
Yeah, that you recognize his brightness. That's what I'm saying.
That it's very
No,
clear.
but but
Continue.
you have to learn not only from books. You have to live in a world and see everything around you and learn from everybody. And this is what this child, because he was thrown out of the Cheder, will end up being the brightest of all the children because of his ability to observe and to learn and to appreciate.
Okay, on with the story, Rochela.
Okay, thank you. Wie in dem ersten Tag, wenn ist herübergetrogen dem Farbers Schwell, azoi ist alle Tag mit die lebendige Bläue Augen das Gwaldovne Tuechts, was da wird abgetan. Just like on the first day when he passed the porch,
The
Of the-
threshold.
the threshold, right, thank you. The threshold of the painter, just like on that day, he eats up every day. He eats up with his lively blue eyes this terrific doing that is happening here. He is so curious about it. He's eating it up with his eyes with hunger. It's wie in etliche Minut wird von schwere Sticker Motschalkes und von brudige Schepsene Koltens aza machayedike aufgebräuste Masse von leichte Puchke Watte. So now he watches and he watches how within a few minutes how the process of how it becomes from pieces of muchalkes, I don't know what they are.
Yeah.
Probably the pieces from the sheep, and from dirty careless stuff from the sheep, how there becomes a mess of
Pleasurable.
wonderful
Puffed up,
Puffy.
puffed up,
I don't hear you.
puffed up.
Okay, puffed. Good, thank you. I like this word, puffed up. Puffed up mess of a light, soft wool.
Mhm.
Nicht kennen dich allein verdeien a so viel Gefühl oder Stillerheit hereingeführt zum Farber euch danken dem Josemel, wegen dem Schochens wie sinnig, mit wem es Haberschaft muss sich behalten von Elements Eugen. Not being able to digest all by himself so many feelings, so he quietly led to the painter's house. He led his friend Donkey, the orphan, the youngest son of Victor, with whom he has to hide his friendship. Nobody can see, nobody can see him bringing him there because Donkey is not supposed now to befriend him. Es soll sich ihm moiredig verglust, Donkey soll euch an neue von dieser Wunder. He terribly felt like having Donkey also enjoy such a miracle. Wants to share it with his friend. Donkey steht der Blassenke und betracht die ganze Maschinerie mit die Goyim, mit Hennechen. Donkey is standing there pale and he is trying to understand or to think about it, the whole machinery and the Goyim and Hennech. Seine Egelach seinen vercholem, his eyes are dreamy. Später verdreut Moshe ken Asod, as Hennech der Farber is a Bezer Yid. Later, he reveals Moshe a secret, that Hennech, the painter, is an angry Jew. Ist ständig bräuges. Und alle Goyim, welche kommen zu ihm, kratzen wohl, heißt Batzollen afrier, noch eider sie packen euch sehr Torbes. He is always angry, and all of the Goyim that come to him to have his wool combed, he tells them to pay him in advance, if before they open
Unpack.
up their packs.
Yeah,
What did you say?
pack their bags before he, paper.
Packen euch sehr, before they open up, before they open up their bags, before they even start.
Before they open up, rather than.
Yeah,
before-
yeah.
I thought it was before they start packing the.
No.
No, before
They-
they unpack,
Before they
Okay,
before
unpack.
they
okay.
unpack
I- Yeah, I think in English you say it unpack. You come
Yes.
home, you have to unpack
Unpack.
your
How did you know how much to charge them?
Yeah, I don't know.
The fixed price.
Miss Dahmer.
Ja. Weißt Moshe gemacht als mir sein Groß, wenn wir euch kaufen eine Maschine als da, und wir alle Goyim kratzen wohl siehst.
Ah,
Wer es will. So he says, you know, Moshe, he says to him, when we grow up, we will also buy a machine like this, and we will comb wool for all the Goyim for nothing. Whoever wants to have it done. Moshe is masking. They went into business together already. Yeah, Moshe agrees.
Agreed.
Der Nachas Ruach, was man hört von der Arbeit, is beemes groß. The pleasure that one has from such work is really great. Es zollt auf die ganze Tircha. It justifies the whole trouble doing it. Nur in Herzen ist fort praktischer wie der Blaster Yosemite. But in his heart, he is a lot more practical than his pale, than the pale orphan. In Herzen tracht als Donkey ist sehr a guter Ingele, aber a Stickel Jold. in his heart, he thinks the donkey is a good little boy, but he is a little bit of a sucker or a fool.
Fool.
Oh,
Kratzen wohl ist sich sehr a feine Sach und losen bezahlen die Goyim für der Tiche ist euch nicht mies. Coming wool is a beautiful thing, but letting the Goyim say, pay for that work is also not such an ugly thing to do. Befragt als vermesumene Kopikes kämen Käufen auf den Markt als, particularly because for cash, money for cash, Kopikes is a coins, you can buy everything in the market. Als was man will, everything that one wants, in alle Kromen, in all the stores, in alle Kremelach, in all the little stores, and by alle Tischlach, and by all the tables that are there in the market, you can buy everything. So money is a good thing to have, I guess. That's all.
Don't want to read a little bit more?
Yeah, I could, yeah, sure.
Let's read.
Okay. Zlate Eruv Tavshilin. I love it when it's Hebrew. Okay, Zlate is
Well, we'll have to talk about what Eruv Tavshilin is. That's. there's
okay.
some-
Is the okay? Eruv Tavshilin is the mixing of dishes, the mixing of macholim. Does it have a religious meaning?
yes.
I think it
Yeah.
does.
Okay. Yeah.
Eruv
Yeah.
has a
Okay.
religion. But I think
Let
we
us
have to-
know. Yeah, I don't know the religious meaning.
Before Yontov,
Yeah.
because on Yontov, on Shabbos you can't cook, but on Yontov you can cook. But before Yontov, you have to
Yeah.
set aside some cooked food in a special place and say a special bracha. And then when you've done that, it's setting aside this cooked food. Then on the Yontov, you can cook more food to prepare more food for the Yontov.
Yeah.
So that's Eruv Tavshilin.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, thank you. Yankev, I knew it and I forgot it because I don't practice it. Yeah, you're reminding me. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Thank
and
you.
There are other kinds of Eruv, but I mean, there's the Eruv that, you put up around a certain place.
Yes.
Now
Yes,
that's
yes.
that's a different thing altogether.
That's on Shabbos to go to shul. Yeah, yeah, I know. But the Eruv Tavshilin, yeah.
Is for the
The
cooking.
Eruv Tavshilin you do within your household, whereas
Yeah.
the Eruv around an area means that you can carry within that Eruv, you can carry, you can push a stroller and you can carry a siddur or a talis bag or food from one place to another. If there's an Eruv.
Okay.
Very
So we're-
interesting. It's very, Yankev, all I can say is, first of all, thank you. And besides, schwer ayit zu sein.
Let's see how this ties in here.
Yeah.
Okay, so mit die Kratzmaschines von dem Farber endigt sich nicht die Welt. The world doesn't end with the coming machinery of the painter. Wenn Moschekes nudert sich einer allein, hat noch ein Stück Wut zu verbringen. When Moscheke is bold, being alone, then he has another house where to spend time. actually where to spend time well. Das ist die dritte Heiske noch Wigders Ganek in der zweiter Schurele Heiser von Zavulek. This is the third house after Wigders porch in the second line, in the second line of houses of Zavulek. Es ist ein niederig Heiskele mit zwei Fensterlach zum Zavulek und mit anderen zwei Fensterlach zu der Schulgas. It's a low little house with two little windows looking on to Zavulek, and another two little windows that look to the synagogue street. Und verquetscht in das Heiskele zwischen dem Melamed von Chasnik und zwischen Shimele, dem Säufers Heiske, and it's
Squeezed.
squeezed, yeah, I know. It's squeezed in this little house is squeezed in between the house of the Melamed, the Melamed who is from the town of Chasnik, and between the house of Shimele, the scribe,
Describe.
scribe, yeah. Die Fensterlach seien so niedrig, als die Schwellen sehr liegen angelegt auf ein Sammelflach von Zavulek. The windows are so low that the
Threshold.
thresholds, their thresholds are lying on the are lying on the
The level of.
The
on
same
the
level,
level, on the
yeah.
full level of, okay.
Of the
So you have to
street.
picture that the windows are so low that they're, I guess it's the bottom of the window is lying on the level of the street.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah, the alley.
Yeah,
So.
yeah,
how does it
I
fit?
seen that when I read it, I didn't, I don't know, when it comes to descriptions of technical things, I don't fully pay attention. That's me, okay?
But that's, it just tells you how he's giving you the picture of the houses and their height and the way they're built.
Yes.
So it's so low.
Yeah, but all in all, the more I read it, here, I know I have to read and I'm talking, but the more I read it, the more I see that there's a description of what it's like to be in Goles, the houses, the people, how depressed they are, one after the other. The Stoliar, he sings, but it's all a sad song. And now Henech, it's a they are all depressed.
I don't get that impression. I think the Stolya is a very happy man.
Well, yeah, the Stoliar only
proud
lost.
of his work and he works, he sings.
Yeah, well, I think the Stoliar found a
Way out.
way to deal with his sadness, but he lost a child.
2 children.
Two children.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry, yeah, he lost 2
Don't
children. So his wife cannot find herself, but he found some
Well,
some meaning. He found
he-
some
he-
meaning
he-
in his work, and
Yes.
He is able to express his sadness in his singing, but he is sad, all right. And so is Henech. Yeah, there's a lot of sadness. And the word sumne appears here so many times in all the chapters. This, yeah, okay. Anyway, yeah. Dacht zich, okay, dacht zich ervan, als die Heiske liegt eingezunken, 9 elen in the air, it seems, therefore, that the house is lying buried into the ground. 9 elen is probably a measurement.
Measurement.
I
Yeah.
don't think it's buried. I think it's just sunken in.
Okay, it's the same thing. Okay. Zomerzeit, Zomerzeit seien die Fensterlach offen. In the summer, the windows are open. Bei ein Fenster sitzt allemal ein älterer Jidene. Zlate heet sie mit der seidenem Tichel. Über einen gegoldenen Korb und macht Azog. In the summer, the windows are open, and by next to one window, there sits always an old Jewish woman. She is called Zlate, with a silk kerchief over her shaved up head, and she makes a sock. Ping pong, laufen die Spießlach. Her needles are running like that, making a sound, ping pong. Und Zlates Maul scheppert und zählt die Augen. Zlates mouth whispers and counts the eyes as she makes the sock. Durch ein offenes Fenster, über Zlates Kopf schwimmt ein Gesang. Da singen Zlates Schreinim, die Weber. Okay, through the open window above the head of Zlate, they're like flies. There's heard singing. These are Zlate's neighbors that sing. They are the weavers. They sing as they work the wheels of their weaving machinery. That's another occupation here. Then Zetmen Zenit, seeing, you cannot see them, those neighbors. They arbeiten hinter a Wendel by the andere zwei Fensterlach. They work behind a wall, a little wall, next to the other two little windows, to the shulgas that look to the street, to the synagogue street. Nor their resise koiles hört man jo, but you can hear their sweet voices. Zick-zack, zick-zack, schießt das Webschifferle und die Weberte zieht verbenkt.
Oh, God, she's singing like from Pripyat.
Yeah, but it's not, yeah.
Different words.
Not quite the same words.
Yeah, right. So
We can all sing it. We could sing it together.
the weaving machine makes a sound, zick-zack, and the weaving lady sounds like as if she with a yearn, she's yearning. Often. Okay, Yanke, continue, please.
You have to sing it, Yanko. Now, last time you sang, it was wonderful. We expect that again. Oi,
Okay.
Yeah, you cannot, you have to be true to your level, Yanke.
right.
Yeah.
Just sing it. We want to
Yeah.
Oi, Finn.
Auf ein Prippechick brennt ein Feuer
Aha.
und in Stub steht ein Para. Als ich der Mond mich meine junge Jahren fällt auf mir ach Mara.
Yeah,
It's not quite the words, but it's the tune.
yeah. Well, we have discovered a new talent,
We
a
discovered it
new
last.
musical talent. Yeah.
As nog een as wij.
Want to do a duet? Okay, go on.
So up in Pripyatchik, in the fireplace, the little fire is burning, and in the house there is a steam, a vapor. And I am reminded of my my early years, my young years, and there falls on a cloud falls on me.
Right. He's not so happy.
Yeah, not such a happy story.
Well,
Fadristas,
this is a good place to stop though after the poem.
Oh, okay.
yeah, I think you're right. This is a good
Right.
place
Plus
to
it's
stop.
2:30.
Yeah,
All right. Well, he draws the picture, both the physical and it's such a rich story. Marcia, were you suggesting